Hello, everybody. Well, we have a big one coming up here. I just got some stuff in the mail today and I thought we would go through it. So, if you're looking for the animals, they're all inside sleeping. It's a little chilly, so they're in the house relaxing. I might open up the catio later, but right now it's a little chilly, and Roswell said no thanks. She crawled into her favorite bed, so I thought we'd have a look at these out here. So I did get a couple packages in the mail, so we're going to have a look at those. I bought, first off, we have some Build-A-Bear clothes. A lot of times it is cheaper to buy them in lots or bundles secondhand than it is to actually buy off the site, and you can find stuff that maybe you missed out on for a reasonable price. So we're going to start with this, and I got a discount for a bundle on here. So we got a t-shirt for my bears. It says my weekend is all booked. Isn't that cute? It's got the books and everything, because I do like to read. I especially like horror, of course, and Sherlock Holmes. Anything Sherlock Holmes. But that is really cute. So we've got that. I don't know who's going to wear this first, but there it is. I thought that was a cute blue t-shirt that the girls and the boys can wear. So we're going to put that right here. And then next out I got for the girls some satin pajamas. There's the bottoms. It's a little top. It's funny, I don't think I've ever seen these on the site, so maybe I missed out on them or was off in La La Land and didn't realize they had them, but they were cheaper than what they would have been on the site. They are cute. They've got the rainbow hearts. These would be fun for Valentine's Day, or they would also be good for June. They would be good for June, for Pride Month. They are so cute. But yeah, I don't know who's going to be wearing these first, but they're really cute. We got the Hello Leaf. Now, why don't you guys, seriously, you guys, you had one job. Please, why don't you guys just stay on the tree? But this one's even got the regular pocket and everything and buttons. I think these must be older, because some of the older Build-A-Bear clothes are just top-notch quality. They look like something that kids or young adults would actually wear, and I feel kind of like the quality's lacking there. And then we have, I'm always buying the little undies. There's a 3-pack of little boxers for them. I'm always buying the undies secondhand because it's cheaper than to buy them in store, and there's something, because inevitably, like people underwear, they're going to wear out. But yeah, there's a little bag of these. It's got 2 camo briefs and 1 white. And one of my more recent bears, Jabalba, my memorial cat of Argento, his boxers already tore. I'm not quite sure how to go about repairing them yet, but he's probably going to be gifted a set of these. But yeah, these are really cute. So, and they put a little card in here. Oh, look at that. Thank you for rescuing a memory. Because of you, this toy gets a second chance to make new memories. We'll give you 30% off your next adventure. Oh my gosh, I'm going to hang on to that. Great. Yeah, this is a really good shop. It's called Rescued Memories. It's on eBay. And they have really affordable stuff. You know, if you're looking for good stuff for your stuffed animals and everything, and the seller is really sweet. So, but yeah, if you have Build-A-Bears or other animals you want to dress up, this is a good shop. So I'm going to keep that so we don't lose it, because I'm definitely going to be buying more off of them. They're nice people. Okay, next up we have Binky Bun Coffee. And we have a couple of flavors to try in that. I'm going to cover up my address. I wouldn't care if some of you knew where I live, but I do have my share of haters, so yeah. I had one on here a while back. It said, "Oh, I follow you on a different account. called me a gutless coward. So until I see concrete, irrefutable proof of that, I call BS, and I think they were just talking out their bum hole. That's cute. Bum coffee. It says thank you. So we're going to have a look at that. So yeah, if you're out there, I want to see irrefutable proof that you're following me. Ha 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 ha. I will give them the credit. They have the cojones to come over to my channel, but that doesn't mean they get to harass the other subs. So yeah, if you're out there, I hope you're enjoying. So we have the 4th year anniversary of Binky Bun Coffee Angel Food Cake, and that's their little bunny cookie that they had. And unfortunately, she passed away, so they started the coffee business in her memory. But that's Cookie in the picture there with her little wings. And this is the angel food cake flavor. Yes, I know, I don't have polish on. I'm going to paint my nails later. But, yeah, this is the angel food cake. So that looks like it's really going to be good. And I can't remember if I've tried this one yet or not. I think I did, but I can't remember. This is the, look at how they dressed her up in a little witch, like a little witch bunny, witch hair. This is the breakfast blend. I can't remember if I bought this or not, but this is so good. It's the breakfast blend. And I think I might have had it before and liked it, but I can't really remember. Look at how pretty the holographic looks on that. She's at the Rainbow Bridge, and there's her rainbow. Look at that. They done her up like a little witch. I'll admit, we witches, I'm what's called a chaos witch, and we really don't have green faces unless we're not feeling well. I do cackle, but most of us do not. Oh, there was another person who's like, ew, witches are creepy and evil. They curse people. I was like, no, we do not. Stop spreading false propaganda, or I'll make an exception for you. I'm not very nice. But there is our Binky Bun coffee order. I just get tired of people with their silliness, to put it mildly. Now here's the big one. We have some new friends to meet, so let's open up the bags and see who we got. I don't know if I'm going to take them out of the plastic wrap yet. We got a new shipment of prehistoric animals from my friend Dean Walker. He's got the business D. Jenkins. And all the models I was wanting except for one. That one will probably be in next year. Arrived. So we've got a whole bunch of these guys. Okay, first out is... Let's see if I can get her out of here. Come here, buddy. I'll take all the bells and whistles and cardboard off later. They pack them like this to keep them from getting bumped up. First out is, if you're afraid of bugs or scorpions, you might want to close your eyes. This is one of the biggest creepy crawlies that ever lived. It is a Jackalopterus with prey. This was a giant, it's not actually a scorpion per se, but they called them sea scorpions. And as you can see, he's got a very unhappy looking fish or something there. Small dolphin, I don't know, but this was pretty good sized. And I don't think they could really do a whole lot of damage to a human. They might give you a good pinch. But they were pretty good sized, and I don't think I'd want to meet one. But yeah, this is a Jackalopterus. It is what's called a sea scorpion, even though it kind of looks like a giant shrimp. Shrimp. But yeah, that's one of the biggest creepy crawlies that ever swam. But thankfully they were in the ocean, so if you can get in the ocean, you were okay. I love how he's textured. Look at that. He really looks cool. I don't really have a place to put any of these because Curtis takes up most of the living room, but we're getting there. I'm planning on having the house completely dejunked soon, so we're going to put him right over there. It's not hoarding if you have cool stuff. people that call me sad for being child free. Well, don't you have hobbies? Don't you have friends? I'd say get a pet, but I don't really trust those types of animals. Okay, this is a smaller model. This one, I like the smaller ones because they can fit anywhere. This is a little, it's like a triceratops type creature. What is her species? She is a Triceratops. Really cute. Yeah, this one's smaller, so I can put that up on a shelf right away. The other ones I might have to, this guy might be able to. But yeah, this is one of the Triceratops-like dinos. They had so many different kinds, and some of them they think might just be morphs or variants of the same breeds, species, whatever. I don't know if they crossbred like some other animals do in the wild, but maybe they did. I don't know. We'd have to, I guess once we get up to the Rainbow Bridge, we can ask them. Look at that. I'm not going to stick, when I croak, I'm not going to be sticking around the human side of the afterlife. I'm going to be going and finding all the animals. I'm going to find Raven and Argento, and then we're going to go visit the dinosaurs and stuff. Look at that beak. I imagine that could take your arm off. I like this little guy. Okay, well, we're going to set her over here. Yeah, that's the Triceratops. Really, really cute. Oops, a tag fell off. We're going to put that next to her. Okay. So we're going to get out. Okay, who's next? Who's next? Over there, they're putting up a good fight. Oh my gosh. Now, this is something you wouldn't want to meet in a dark alley. All right. All right. You like my Friday the 13th pajama pants? I'm obsessed with old horror films. Okay, this is a creature known as a Phoros rhacos. This is by Collecta. And this is basically like what they called a terror bird. And you can see why. Try to get the... cardboard off of him. But unfortunately, I'm left-handed, so I'm holding the phone with my left hand. There we go. There we go. Off of him a little bit here. Oh, I need arms like Shiva or Ganesha or somebody. But then everybody would want me to do more. There we go. Now get it. Look, yeah, those legs could like literally break your back if they smacked you. And that beak. But yeah, these are called terror birds, and they're basically like chickens or parrots with really, really bad attitudes. But yeah, when this guy, as much as I love my little chirpy friends, yeah, this is the original Angry Bird hair. Look at that. Yeah. Those cassowaries are pretty close to what this guy was. They're kind of scary. But yeah, this guy couldn't fly, but he could definitely run. And one of these could probably kill a person. I know they ate those little horses that existed years ago, but yeah, I love the detailing on this guy. Look at that. Yeah, that would be a little scary. But that is the Phoros rhacos. And yeah, I don't think I'd want to mate this guy. But that is the terror bird. Next out, we have... Oh, let's go for this one. Who do we have here? Come on out here, pal. Trying to keep the paper from blowing all over the place. Oh my gosh. Holy crud. Yeah, here's another one you probably wouldn't want to meet. come on out here, bud. Get the plastic off of her here. Kind of pull. This one is, okay, yeah. This one is really cool. This is Collecta again. This is a short-faced bear. And you've heard about the cave bears. Those were pretty much vegetarians, and even for their size, they really weren't that dangerous, kind of like the black bears we have out here. But this one, short-faced bear, you would not want to. This is like my friend when she's in a bad mood. Kind of like me, too. Look at the details on her face. Oh my gosh. I think I might get another one of these for my friend and say, here, this reminds me of you. It's a lot like me, too. I like how they have the markings in the spectacled bear. But yeah, this is a short-faced bear. These guys could stand up to 13 feet tall on their back legs. And yeah, if you meet one of these, you might as well just get right with your creator, whoever they may be. But yeah. This one, oh my gosh, this one is fantastic. Probably one of my favorites so far. Just love it. If not friend, why friend shaped? But yeah, one swipe from those paws and you would be a grease spot on the jungle floor. Yeah, that is the short-faced bear. Let's see if she'll stand up like this. I think I might get another one of these for my friend. She would get the biggest kick out of this. This is not Winnie the Pooh, guys. So cool. Man, I think that one's probably one of my favorites I've unwrapped so far. Okay, who's next? Ooh, another big guy. Let's do a big one here. I think I know who this is. Another friend of mine. Oh, yeah, I think so, yep. See tusks. Holy moly, yeah, this is another cool one. This one I don't think I'd be as scared of, though. Oops, the bear just fell over. So did the bird. They must have been having a party before they got here. Okay. This is the Eofauna. I like how they packed everything so it doesn't. This is the Colombian mammoth. They didn't have much hair like the woolly mammoths did, but these were the biggest mammoths to exist. I think they could get up to, oh gosh, I think they could get up to 12 or 13 feet tall with the bulls. They were huge, but yeah, they weren't as fuzzy as the mammoths you usually think of, like my thistle. But yeah, look how big compared to the people this guy is. I imagine if one was in a very bad mood, you definitely would not want to cross it, but that is awesome. I'll take the plastic off of his tusks later on in his trunk. But he is so cool. Look at his face. And these, that one's definitely a bull. I won't show you that part. Let's just say I can definitely tell. They didn't spare the details. But they got the small ears like the other ones. These animals were so smart, too. They were highly intelligent. Gosh, I just love him. I don't know who's my favorite so far, but we got a few more to check out. Hopefully you're not bored. This is cool. Okay, yeah, this is by a company called Eofauna, which basically means early wildlife. Although, I don't know, I don't know how accurate it is, because they have found animals they thought were extinct living alongside the so-called earlier animals. So, I don't know. Sometimes I honestly don't think their timelines are all that correct. So, yeah, somebody goofed somewhere. Anyway, let's just enjoy the... Okay, now here's one. Another one. This is a dinosaur, though. I know it looks a bit like a bird. I like this guy though, he's pretty cool. This is the, he's got the cardboard around his legs too. He's got a little stand like the other bird. This is the Gallimimus. It's basically, it means chicken mimic. It's a dinosaur that thought it was a chicken. And they really, I love how they did the chicken details on it and everything. Got the feathers. Kind of reminds me of those wild jungle fowl. You know, the kind of primitive chickens. But, yeah, you can definitely see the, but yeah, this was actually a dinosaur, strangely enough. Let's see if I can get the cardboard off of his legs here. Hold still, buddy. There we go. I imagine they could do some damage with those legs, though. They could run really fast. They had to. I mean, look what was trying to eat them. But yeah, we got this guy. He's pretty cool. But yeah, they could run really fast. I imagine they could do some damage, but they were primarily herbivores and omnivores. They kind of like modern chickens. They basically, you know, they like bugs, eggs, fruit, your sandwich, whatever you happen to be eating. We had chickens and they were terrible mooches. But yeah, this is the Gallimimus. Imagine if you made one angry, they could do some damage. I'll get all the cardboard and stuff off of everyone later, but that is really cool. I like the colors. Look at the colors going down the back. That's so cool. Okay, buddy, we're going to put you over here with your friends. We've got 3 more friends to unwrap, and then we're done. Now, who is this? Uh-oh. Uh-oh, yeah. Now we're in trouble. Ooh. I tell you, if history repeats itself, I'm getting a dinosaur as a pet. This is the Collecta. This is the Macrothorax. Macrothorax means big-chested. I think some of us can relate to that. This guy, gosh, he was huge. The size of him. And he's got the... Oops. Hey, no. Oh, he's got some battle scars on him. Now, this guy you definitely wouldn't want to meet. Let's see if I can get his jaw to open. It's a little stiff right now. What's the matter, buddy? You got lockjaw? Yeah, we'll try that later. But his mouth does open and close. And he was pretty good sized. If you take a look, he's got the human. The hapless human standing there for scale. My gosh, look at that. Look how big he was in comparison to the... Yeah, you probably wouldn't have a very good day meeting this guy. He's got battle scars on him. Probably from trying to get a date. It looks like a rooster. That rooster could ruin your day. Like the little dorsal stripe they got going down. Look at those paws. My gosh. Let's see if I can get... Yeah, I'm going to have to work on his jaw later. I don't think this guy got his tetanus shot. But he's cool. I like the wrinkles and details on his mouth and muzzle and neck. I like the battle scars on him. As soon as I can get his jaw open, I'm going to stick the human in his mouth. That's what I always used to do. I had a big bag of dinosaurs as a kid. I'd carry them around. And they weren't as detailed as these, but I loved them. And I would go around sticking my other toys in their mouth and feeding the dinosaurs. And I was into dragons, too. I fed my smaller toys to the dinosaurs and the dragons. This is a weird little kid. I always preferred animals to people. So I stuck my dolls and stuff in their mouth. I gotta eat too. Okay, who's this? I was a weird little kid. Now I'm a weird 51-year-old. Who do we have in here? Who's this? Oh, this one's cool. This is a type of long-necked dinosaur. Let's see if I can get her out of there. There she is. That's just cardboard. We don't need that. There she is. That is this one is called I've seen this one represented before. So, Ingentia prima. This is a type of long-necked dinosaur. And I think it's kind of like related to the Plateosaurus or something. I hadn't really heard of this one or seen much about it, so I had to grab this one. But this is a type of long-necked dinosaur. Like I said, I think it's kind of like the Plateosaurus and stuff that you've seen. You can tell by the feet it's just a little bit more primitive too, at least in looks. I love the stripes going down their back. But yeah, this one's cute. This one I don't think I'd be scared of at all. This was a plant eater. Could still probably give you a good whack with the tail or a good nip if they got mad, but I really like this one. This is Ingentia prima. But yeah, it's kind of like a Plateosaurus. I imagine it could stand up on its back legs if you really wanted to reach trees and stuff. But yeah, I like how they have the detailing on it. Look at that. It's even got the little waddle or dewlap and yeah, I really like this one. I hadn't heard much about this one before, so I had to grab it. But he is really cool. I like this one. Who's your favorite so far? Okay, we're going to put you over here with your buddies. Alright, we have one more friend, and he's a hefty one, or she. I don't know. I can't remember who this guy is. Oh, yes I do. Oh, wow. This is This is another one by A.O. They put a lot of... They do a lot of the pachyderms, the elephants and stuff like that. I really like them because you just don't see that many. Oh, look at that. He's built like me. Awesome. This is by A.O. and this is the American Mastodon, Mammut americanum. Okay, yeah, this is a mastodon. Okay, I remember now. But yeah, this is kind of like we've got a place not far from me or near up by the rescue called Mastodon State Park, where they found a whole bunch of these guys. And that's fun to go up there sometimes. But yeah, this is the American Mastodon. I've got another model of them somewhere. I have to get all of mine out and kind of touch them up and put them out, but I was going to do that and then in the one area, but then I got Curtis, and he takes up most of the space. And the difference between him and these guys is these model animals don't mind if you put them in a box and forget about them for a while until you can spend time with them. Curtis, on the other hand, rabbits don't belong in boxes, people, unless they're playing in them. So, yeah, my animals are all sitting waiting to be placed. But, you know, look at that. He's built just like I am. These were kind of like mammoths, but there was a lot of differences in them. They were a little bit lower to the ground, a little bit chunkier build. Yeah, he's built just like me. That is hilarious. It's okay. Yeah, I've got these little scrawny ankles and then this big midsection. I look so awkward all the time. That's why I hate wearing hoodies and pants and stuff. It just makes me bigger and clumsier than I already am. But these guys can move pretty fast. Love the detailing on him. Yeah, I've got another one. I always grab the elephants whenever I see him. But yeah, he's got some junk in his trunk, so to speak. Haha. No pun intended. It's definitely a guy. I won't show you that part too much. This is really an awesome build. I just love this. That is the American Mastodon. Okay, well that is everything. Probably one of my longer videos. And hopefully you weren't too bored. But yeah, okay, now I gotta pack all this up and bring it inside. Happy. Okay, which one is your favorite? Okay, everybody have a great day, night, whatever. And be nice to each other. My gosh. Everything's already going to places, so come on. Alright. More later. Say bye, everybody. Alright, guys. Okay, everybody, come on. Let's go inside. Okay, I guess I'm packing them up. Take care, everybody. Bye.